and welcome to a quick discussion of Super Mario 35. This is a 35-player battle royale based on the original Super Mario Bros. That is sadly going away at the end of March. So I wanted to play it a little bit, also because it is technically Mario Day when this is being uploaded, or March 10th. So I thought this would be a great time to check out this game and show off why it's so cool and why it's kind of a shame that it's going away very soon. So here, we get to pick a variety of courses to add to the pool of levels, and I think I'm going to pick 8-3. Now, this might not be the best call because 8-3 is a very difficult level, but because you're trying to be the last one standing, it might be a really good idea to pick difficult levels to try to trip up other players as well. And this is what the game looks like. So basically, this is done by the developers of Tetris 99, so it works very similarly. You have a little target setting icon on the top of the screen, so you can target players by lowest time at random, or the person with the most coins, or people who are trying to actively send enemies over to you. And the goal is to simply be the last one standing. There are a few issues with this game, mainly that basically, if everyone picks 1-1, you'll be playing a lot of 1-1, so hopefully we actually get a large variety of levels. We have 1-2 now, so you might notice that the time limit is also very strict. By defeating enemies, you get more time. By doing combos like that, you get even more time. But you also want to get coins, because if you get enough coins, you can spin a roulette wheel that will give you some special effect, like a POW block that defeats all enemies on screen, power-ups like fire flowers and stars, and other very helpful things like that. So, I'm not really great at Battle Royale games, even ones based on some of my favorite games ever. So we'll have to see how this goes. Also, 1-ups are worth a lot of coins. Basically, that's an automatic spin of the roulette wheel by just collecting a 1-up. So this really rewards having a general knowledge of Mario 1. If you know where all the power-ups are, you're gonna have an advantage because you'll be able to play better. So if we go up here to the warp zone, it gives us a bunch of choices at random, so I'm going to go to 1-4. The reason I'm going to 1-4 is because if we can defeat Bowser, we'll be able to send a Bowser to another player, which might be enough to trip them up. Overall, this is honestly a really cool concept. Even though it's an anniversary game, I really would love to see it be a full-time game at some point. And I really hope they are planning something full-time with this, because it going away at the end of March has actually kind of demotivated me from playing it, because of how limited it is. Oh, that was perfect timing, actually. Getting that fire flower right before Bowser. So yeah, it goes away very soon, so if you want to try it, now would be the time to do so. It is free to play, which is good to know. The other problem people tend to have with this is it drags on. This is why I kind of feel like if they ever bring it back, they'd probably want to bring it back with not 99 like Tetris. I feel like 50 would be a good number to bring this game back with as a non-anniversary title. A lot of people also want them to try out different styles, like kind of like Mario Maker, but have different gameplay styles to choose from as well. So like going through Mario like 3 levels or Mario World levels and having to adapt on the fly to different things. None of those are particularly great choices. 1-3 is the worst because it's a lot of platforms, not many enemies. So yeah, every pale-colored enemy is like a ghost enemy of sorts, so basically it's an enemy another player has defeated and sent to you. And vice versa, you can send enemies to them as well. So it's really cool. But yeah, I do feel like there should be a way, eventually, if they ever do try this again, like as a full-time thing, there should be a way to kind of speed up matches, because it does drag on for a very long time at times. We have max time of 400 seconds, so we're sitting pretty at the moment. We're not doing great on coins. On the other characters, or the other players' screens, you might notice coin icons that basically indicates how many roulette spins they have. So like a minimum of like 100 coins, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong on that. I'm actually not 100% sure how the coins work. So yeah, a lot of 1-1 and 1-2, sadly. But I really like throwing in really tough stages just because of variety. One thing I learned from playing this game is that there's a 1-up right there. I actually didn't know that for the longest time, despite growing up with this game. It's just something I never really thought to check for. So yeah, we're kind of having a lot of enemies piling up, so let's be very careful. So yeah, I really hope they continue to experiment with little online games, preferably not temporary as well. This almost feels like a tech demo, and I hope it's a tech demo. Alright, so we're on, what, is this 3-1? I think this is 3-1, so that's a little bit of variety. And this is good because we get Hammer Bros. This is the only time you'll hear me actually like Hammer Bros in a Mario game. Because if you can send Hammer Bros to other players, that is very good. Hammer Bros are like super aggressive in this game, like abnormally aggressive even for Hammer Bros. Like, they'll actively chase after you really fast. Same with Bowser, actually. Bowser's also more aggressive than usual. So yeah, if you can end up with a lot of different stages, like stages with Hammer Bros, stages with Lakitu, you can send a lot of stuff for the other players to deal with. Right now we're having quite the situation of enemies piling up pretty quickly. Control-wise, it's fine. It does feel a little bit different than actual Mario 1, but I actually like it better. Here's my stage, 8-3, so let's try to navigate this mess, and if we can survive this mess, we'll have sent a lot of very difficult enemies over for other people to deal with, which would be great. But the problem is I have to fight the Hammer Bro now, so that's not ideal. Oops. As I was saying, the momentum is a little bit different than classic Mario. Overall, not horrible. I got top 15, so it looks like I was like 9th place. There's a leveling system. You unlock different player icons, and eventually you can unlock the ability to play as Luigi. So yeah, I got 10th place, not too bad. So let's try again. This time, I think I'm going to pick something a little bit less punishing, and go with 4-1. So yeah, it is really cool. I do feel like a big problem is a lot of people go with the easy stages, which kind of means you end up playing the easy stages constantly. I almost wish there was a better way to actually determine the stage rotation. Another mode in the game is Special Battles, where you basically have predetermined stages to go through. One really cool special battle involved actually going through the original Mario stages. So like, you go through 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, and then you just basically, you play the whole game as is. I really did not get far enough in that mode, sadly, to unlock everything. I really wish I had, because if I had unlocked, like, all of the stages, that would have been a great opportunity to do so. Now I'm kind of at the mercy of other special battles happening to pick, like, 8-1, or other people picking 8-1, which is frankly unlikely, because, like, let's be real, who actually wants to play through 8-1, normally? But again, it kind of changes how you think about Mario stages. But yeah, I do feel like the momentum is not even like Mario Maker, because Mario Maker kind of has a unified momentum system. So like, you know, the momentum in Mario 3 is very different than Mario 1, but Mario Maker kind of plays like all of them, or kind of plays like a unified style is what I mean. This still feels a little bit off from that, actually. So we're back in 1-1, so yeah, we are definitely seeing part of the problem with this game, is you get a lot of the first world. And I wish people would pick harder stages, because I do feel like that makes things a little bit more interesting. That's why the special battle with the normal stage layout was really cool actually, because you actually got to see stages that normally people would not pick because they're hard. I'm like comfortable enough with Mario 1 that I feel like I can pick most stages and be fine. But I feel like a lot of people stick to the early ones. And that makes a lot of sense. But I also think Mario 3 would be like my preferred game. I've won more in this game than most Battle Royales. Like, I've won, what, 4 or 5 times in Fortnite. I've won like twice or 3 times in Tetris 99. So in general, I'm not really a Battle Royale person. But like, if they made a Mario 3 Battle Royale, I would be super down for that. Because I like Mario 3. If they made a Mario World one, I would be less excited because I'm not really good at Mario World. I've only played it like twice. But yeah, overall, I do think this is a cool idea. And I would love to see more attempts at something like this. Not sure what exactly, because I feel like something like Zelda 1 would not lend itself well to a Battle Royale. We are in Zelda's anniversary year, but still, I don't think that would actually work very well. I feel like level-based games, and fairly simple level-based games at that, work a little bit better. So it's kind of hard to think of games where I feel like this would actually work. But like, the idea of taking a very classic, I'm not sure what I took damage from there. Taking classic games and throwing in twists on them is a really cool idea, and I hope they try more things like this. Like Tetris 99 even was really cool, because it's like, okay, that's Battle Royale Tetris, that's not something I would have expected, but that's honestly really cool. I feel like Kirby would almost make for an interesting Battle Royale type game, just because there's so many different types of enemies and mini-bosses in that kind of series. But yeah, I think the next logical step would be to take Mario 35, refine like the level selection process and some other elements, and basically expand it to more games. Like, not have it just be Mario 1, but also include like Mario, yeah, at least Mario 3 and World, because those play similarly enough. I kind of feel like New Super Mario Bros. Would not necessarily be super fun for me, because I just don't know those games well enough. So yeah, that's why I keep saying Mario 3, just because of personal bias, basically. Also, by the way, once enough players have been defeated, the timer will start to speed up. So it's not this slow normally, so you also have time pressure. It kind of feels like this is like Fortnite and other Battle Royales, where basically the first half of a round is dedicated to building up your supplies. So you want a lot of coins, you want a lot of time, and then the second half is dedicated to basically using the resources you built up to try to take out all the other players. So yeah, it is honestly kind of a weirdly traditional Battle Royale in some ways, more so than Tetris, I'd say. Because yeah, this is very much about building up like a coin supply for the roulette, and a lot of time to give you a buffer against other players. Like, if you enter the final part with like 150 seconds, and your opponent has like 300 seconds, and you're in trouble because the time drains very fast, and you will lose that war of attrition at that point. In general, I feel like targeting isn't even that great in this game. I feel like in general it's better to just kind of play the game well, and just basically do your best, and then yeah, at the end use the roulette very frequently, and also hope you have enough time to ride out the final phase. In general, I feel like rounds last a long time. Like, once you get to the top 10, things slow down considerably in terms of actual, like, players getting knocked out. Because by then you've gotten to, like, better people in general. Lakitus are really obnoxious, so sending over Lakitus is great. Problem is the reverse is true of them getting sent back to you and having to deal with that. I don't think anyone is actually targeting me at the moment. That's very lucky, actually. That's very good. So this is, what is this, 2-1? Oh, I got a KO, nice. Wasn't expecting that, actually. This is a very low KO Battle Royale. I almost kind of like it. It's a less, like, direct battle royale. Like, even Tetris is more like, you're directly sending stuff over to mess with other players, while this is definitely much more of a play Mario well and, you'll do well, but you can also kind of, like, despite all the enemies showing up, you're kind of still playing it by yourself in a way. Like, it's less direct, like, directly affecting other players, or other players affecting you compared to Tetris. And that's fine. So yeah, this level rotation hasn't been great. So we're going for 2 for the sake of variety, even though this was a terrible mistake, clearly. That landing is not exactly great there because of just how many enemies spawned in. By the way, defeating enemies with fire flowers will actually give you less time than defeating enemies with like a stomp or like a Koopa shell or something more fancy, basically. That was a mistake. Because I can't actually get to the vine now, so we'll take the other warp. I often mess up that warp, actually, even now. But yeah, I feel like the biggest hurdle for me is like the controls, like, because it does play, honestly, better, but it feels better in a way that actually feels kind of, like, jarring after playing this game for so many years. It's like I'm used to the game playing slightly off, so actually having smoother controls can actually be a little bit disorienting. Oh good, our only choice is the maze level, that's great. Let's see if I remember this. I usually don't do this level because I like using the warp zones. And this is using NES rules, where it doesn't actually even give you a chime. So we actually have to do the maze legit here. Someone else is doing it, I see. Player 13, it looks like, is going through the maze. Actually, it's not in order, so I don't know what number they are. But anyway, one of the players on the left side. What is this? This is 3-2. That's good. Basically, levels with stars are really great, because that's a lot of enemies and a lot of time. So let's make the most of this. And now the timer has turned red to indicate that we are basically in the final stretch. So yeah, the timer is ticking down much faster to try to take out as many players as possible. I do wish it started sooner. I feel like it almost starts... Oh, this is 8-4. No, wait, this is 7-4. This is a bad level to get, actually. To be honest, I don't remember this level at all, like how to actually get through this maze, so this might be the end of this run, if we're being honest. Because I straight up do not remember this maze, and there are no enemies to fight here, so we're not gaining any ground on anybody, so that's... Oh wait, there was one Goomba that despawned for some reason. Wait, there is the buzzer. I think I heard it. Either way, it doesn't look like we're surviving this. At least we're not... Oh wait, we made it through, cool. At least we're not like the first ones out of this. Like, we're 6th place, so that's not too terrible. Actually made it, I'm actually amazed, to be honest. Yeah, I think that was a fairly, good showcase of this. We're now in 8-1. I'm probably gonna die to the jump I always die on. We'll get to the end of 8-1 one way or another, and then we'll probably call it for this look at Mario 35. Again, it's a really cool idea that's a little bit unrefined at the moment. If they go back and improve it for like a full release that's not like a temporary thing, that would be great. As is, it definitely feels a little bit undercooked though. I would love to see more ideas, like weird, quirky, experimental games like this, but we'll see. Either way, we're actually making it fairly easily through here. This next jump is the one that trips me up a lot, so we'll see how this goes with this game's physics actually remarkably well. So yeah, with... oh. And on that note, thank you for watching, and I hope to join me next time for another discussion.